Hi guys, it's Hayley from Parallel Coaching. I want to share with you today about nerves and feeling really apprehensive. See, I was on a course on the weekend and the whole build up to the course, I just felt really nervous. And especially the morning before, that actual morning that we were getting started and meeting up. And I felt so nervous, so unsure that I had kind of all these questions in my head of what will happen, what will the structure be like? Will I know anybody? Will I meet anybody there? Will I be the most unfit on the course? All these kind of comparatively silly things that I had rattling through my head. And it really compounded itself because when I was sat there at the course began and we were literally waiting for the course to begin, sitting out the front of the classroom, and all of these fit pros just sitting in one place, waiting. And as we sit waiting, some people had their heads buried in their phones, other people picked up magazines, and at that point I was like, we all know what to do, we all know how to have conversations with each other, but we're so bemused by these questions and these nerves that are in our head that it means that we end up not being able to relate to each other. We can't bust through that moment. And having taught hundreds of fitness courses now, we're at a place where I see that happen every single course. We all start out and all the learners are maybe kind of standing in separate corners of the room or burying their heads in the phone, maybe feeling a little bit nervous. It's just because there's questions hanging over their heads. And I was in exactly the same place and I could really feel that tightness, that sensation of between everybody, of that nerves and tension in the room. But by the time break came, everybody was friends, everybody was chatting, everything had been broken down and it felt really great. And as a result, by the time lunch came, everybody's at a place whereby they can invite you to chat together at lunch. You can talk about what you're doing in your fitness, or what you're doing in your business, or what you do at home, and it's a really nice setting. And it makes all those questions seem absolutely silly now in respect. But if I'd had some of those questions answered up front, I maybe would have been able to go in there and set a different pace from the very beginning, make the most of every opportunity whilst I was there with all these great fit pros right in front of them, right talking to each other. And that's kind of why I wanted to open up a chance to be able to chat to you guys, just to be a soundboard really. So there's a link at the bottom of here, click on the link and just fill in the form, and it just will allow us to have a chat together. We'll find a time that suits you, and then we're just going to have a chat. We're just going to go through those questions that are in your head, those things that make you feel a little bit nervous about the course that's approaching, that you booked onto, or something that you've got coming up that maybe you feel a bit unsure about, or makes you feel a little bit nervous. Because those things that are rattling through your head, if you don't get them out there, if you don't have someone to soundboard it off, it can get really kind of isolated and you end up more and more in your head and you're in this downward spiral. So reach out, click the link, fill in the form, and I'll have a chat with you shortly. Have a lovely day.